Business in the house. Y'all the ones come out here to make us rich.
Next Wednesday.
What is it exactly you bringing in here?
As long as you're smart, you'll be fine.
We're about to get these people killed to make them into killers. I promise you.
What's going on, man? This is the Low Key Cave, aka Keyshawn Nam's YouTube page. Mr. Low Key himself. We back with another Snowfall review, and we back with season 4 of Snowfall, episode 6, Say a Little Prayer. Of course, like I said, we are still dealing with the ramifications that came with Leon shooting a kid. Of course, he did not know the kid was in the car, but like I said, this is showing you those real elements of everything that was going on around those times of the whole gang culture that was going on in LA. It wasn't no time for, yo, this person in the car. It wasn't no time for, yo, this going on, this and that, and the third. When it was on site with these gangs, and they was not playing. Nobody was playing at these times. So they're showing you, like, this season, like I said, to me, again, is coming out to be one of the most realest. And it is really, to me, it just got a different feeling from previous seasons. Like, to me, you have a lot of things that's going on with Franklin and then once again with Teddy, and both of them are, to me, dealing with so much, and they're, to me, dealing with it in totally different ways. Teddy is basically drinking, like sniffing shit, like he's basically getting into the whole drug and alcohol type shit. That's what he dealing with his shit. And then you had a whole thing coming down with his brother dying, man. I'm like, dang. And that shit just hitting him, because it's like, it is on him. It's on you, because he the one brung his brother into this shit. And I was at the point like, oh shit, I forgot his brother was, sniffing the coke and shit. And I'm like, damn. And then to come to find out, it's been a whole 2 weeks. Man. And then you had a whole thing, man. Hold on, man. I gotta wait. I'm gonna get to Franklin. I'm gonna wait. I gotta get to Franklin. But I want to stick Teddy for a little bit, because I had a lot. Teddy was at one point, you was thinking like, man, Teddy, this nigga, like, he off the chain. I'm going to get to Franklin, man, because I'm telling you, man, like, do Teddy look better on the show than Franklin right now? And you know why I'm talking about. I'm going to get to that, but while I'm still on Teddy, it's just the whole thing and everything that's going on with him. And I'm starting to like, man, is he going to be able to keep doing this? Like, he's just getting to a point where he, like I said, I've been looking at these episodes, especially when season 4 started, we're looking like he's just getting tired. And I'm not saying tired of the job, but tired of the people that he got to, like, seem like he have to keep doing certain things to help, as far as Franklin, and not really with Oso, but as far as Oso go, you have Franklin and Oso getting in these situations where it's like, yo, look, I'm just trying to keep this shit going. As far as Teddy goes, telling them, like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Like, also, when he got drunk on the last episode or whatnot, then you got Franklin dealing with the whole gang shit, and then Leon doing what he did. But as far as with Teddy go, it just seemed like he's just like, it seemed like he's barely holding on to himself and to everything he's dealing with, because he's just on straight job mode for the past, like I said, this is on season 4, so this past 3 years and maybe even more, because you notice each time the season starts, it seems like they're skipping time, like it's ahead of time, like certain things, like it's been like months down the road or maybe even a year down the road, but it just seemed like dude is just holding on by a thread, before it's just like, he just like, it's it, he gives up on himself or whatnot, I don't know. But it's going to be real interesting for these last couple episodes to see where he goes as far as Teddy goes with dealing with everything. Especially when he find out about this reporter. Now let me get the hub before, like I said, I'm going to get the Franklin last. This reporter, which I didn't mention in the last review I did, which I wish I would have, but you see this reporter is really, now that she done got this information from this DEA agent, she going full in. And now she's at, like, Franklin Daddy house telling him, like, yo, look, I know everything. Like, look, I don't even want y'all, and including Franklin, like, she don't want none of them. She want the person, basically Teddy, that's funding Franklin, giving Franklin the dope and whatnot, and that's keeping Franklin out of trouble or whatnot. That's able to make these certain moves so Franklin can basically beat the murder charge with Kevin and whatnot. And now she's basically going full fledged at his daddy. And you already know Franklin daddy been already having like he's been trying to be like, yo, I ain't with this no more. Like, not even no more. They weren't really ever trying to be with it, but they was really just trying to, as far as Franklin's dad pops and Franklin's moms, they was basically just like, look, we know he not gonna stop, so we are gonna just deal with this right now and deal with him and work with him so we can keep him safe. To me, that's basically what their mind frame of it is, because you see how even with Franklin's mom, she like, what's the end game? Like, I want to be able to go legit. And you have all this going on, and you just see now, and I get with the reporter saying all this stuff, you could, I guess, if is it me, well, you can kind of see in Franklin's daddy's eyes that he like, yo, look, I see a way out for all of us. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for all of us. But I'm telling you, with Franklin, that's why I got to get to Franklin. Now I'm going to dive into Franklin, man. I just feel like dude is just, like he said, he's just cold now, man. With everything that's went on, Franklin, it just seems so cold now. And it seems like he just don't really have any, the way Teddy deal with shit, that's why I wanted to say at the beginning, the way Teddy dealing with shit, it just seemed like he just drinking and doing the drugs and shit. It just like, this shit is just weighing on him. With Franklin, it seems like he's caring less. Is it me? Like, it just seems like he's starting to care less and less about the people around him and the ramifications that's coming with everything he's doing, and he's caring more, just like I said, like he's done pretty much going into season 2, 3, more about the business. Like, he cares about that business. He don't want that business to go nowhere. The whole thing with Teddy, like, I almost feel like he got to make sure Teddy more good than his people, just because Teddy is the whole supplier or whatnot. Even though he did look out for Leon, and he held Leon down, even though, like, I'm telling you, man, I don't know with Franklin, but man, let me get to this nigga, man, Franklin. They gonna go to my man, like, look, and I'm still, I fuck with Leon. I mean, I know Leon shot the kid or whatnot, but he was sitting there like, yo, I do the bid. I'm like, look, I can handle the bid. I can take that. And you got Franklin like, nah, I need you to do the projects or whatnot. I'm like, okay, so what y'all about to do? Hold up, man. So you want Fatback to go. So he a soldier or whatnot. Fatback supposed to go take the bid. Okay, fucking Fatback. And Fatback sitting there like, and when they go talk to Fatback or whatnot, Fatback sitting there like, all right, fucking, shit. I'm looking at a lot of years. But I mean, fuck it. Even with the years, when you kill a kid, you ain't gonna have no easy time behind the walls. It's like, dude is like saying like, okay, I might even take that bid, but damn, I gotta deal with these motherfuckers behind this wall. And you got Franklin like, look, I got you. I'm gonna take care of your family. I'm gonna give you the best lawyer. I'm gonna bail you out, this, that, and the third. And then, man, I'm telling you, that shit had me hot at Franklin, bro. This nigga started laughing like, you man, like it's all good. Like, come on, man, you got this shit, ain't nothing. It's all good, man. You got this Fatback. Go ahead and take that shit for us, man. You got this. Don't worry about nothing. It's all good. I got you. Bought my man some ribs and shit, getting them all good and fed and sitting full. But then he's sitting there just so cool with it. Like, Frank, that's what I mean. You go back to him dealing with the people at the bookstore, the way he was just like, they out there like, damn, Frank, let's fuck up this and the third. And Frank was like, all right, look, y'all just got to move. And they sitting there like that, damn, man, you going to do us like this and the third. And he's still standing there like, yeah. But anyway, y'all got to be out by this day and the third. I'm like, damn. You see what I'm saying? And everything, the way he's dealing with, when his mama, his daddy trying to talk to him, is just like, yeah, I hear you. And you know when the bodyguard, the dude that was holding him down or whatnot, telling him like, look, man, we out here killing our people, we doing this in the third. He talking to him, and Franklin still like, look, man, I hear all that bullshit, whatever. I need you to hold this shit down still until I finish doing what I'm doing right now with the whole situation or whatnot. It's just like he just do not have any conscience no more, no heart, nothing. His whole focus is keep the business going, and that's it. Fuck everything else. And it's like, damn, he is really getting to that point of just no sympathy, no nothing, no feelings, no nothing. And you I would say, I guess you kind of get it, because I mean, damn, he shot old boy, he shot old girl daddy, you know what I'm saying, the cop. So you mean pretty much that should have told you right then and there where he was at with this. But I'm just saying the way and that's why I'm surprised the way he deal with Leon. Like the way he feels so cold and the way he dealing with shit. And my whole thing then with this whole girlfriend thing, this whole old girl that just came out the blue, you know, the ex or whatnot. Like, where she come from? And what's going on? Like, she just there and popping up, and I'm guessing the show doing this on purpose, but they just making her real suspicious, bro. And I'm not. Maybe Franklin already know, because you know how Franklin move, dude. Like, you ain't gonna play Franklin that. My man smart. Say what you want to say, but he's smart. You remember how he dealt with that situation with old boy took him out of the country he was trying to get the money in the banks overseas, and he's found that old boy. Found that old boy was basically owed some people some money or whatnot. He was gonna try to steal from Franklin or whatnot. Blah blah blah. But you seen how he basically dealt with that situation or whatnot. Coming up to this. I feel like maybe he already knows something is up with her, or maybe I don't know. I just feel like the show is just throwing that shit in your face, like, man, she got something going on. She just be having these looks when he was on the phone or whatnot, talking about or whatever was going on. She just had these looks to her, like this looks sneaky, bro. Like she up to something. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's no cop shit. I don't know what it is. Maybe she working for another plug that's trying to take Franklin business. I don't know. But the whole situation with the way he dealt with Fatback, and then you seen those ramifications and what happened to Fatback, and I'm like, damn, what was y'all thinking about? Why y'all didn't have somebody sitting out there waiting till everything was processed and everything went through till Fatback got out, and so you can have people out there waiting for him to get bailed out and get him straight or whatnot? I didn't understand that, man. I'm like, come on now, y'all could have done way better with that. I didn't see how y'all didn't figure that once he turned himself in, that wasn't gonna make the news or whatnot, or it wasn't gonna get word around. I mean, he turning himself in. You think Scully or Man Boy don't got people in the county or jail or whatnot that can get word back to and whatnot? That was my thinking, man. I'm like, I don't see how this about to work out if y'all don't have somebody sitting there, or you already got people behind the walls in county or whatnot that's gonna keep them straight. So that whole situation just played crazy. And even with Franklin, it seemed like he was moving so fucked up behind, because when the lawyer called him and let him know, like, did you bail Fatback out? And he like, nah, I ain't got to. I gave you to do that. And it's like, oh, so he was just now about to go do that? And I'm like, I thought y'all already was getting this shit going when he was already about to turn himself in and go through processing and whatnot. Like, it just seemed like they was doing a lot of, Franklin was just moving so like he just didn't give a fuck anyway. Like, long as he go do this shit and we can get the heat off us so we can keep this shit going like he said. And I'm like, man, you just see how cold, like, Franklin Saint is goddamn cold, boy. Goddamn Rick James, Dave Chappelle, cold blooded. Like, that's all I'm seeing from him, man. But that whole situation with Fatback, man, and then old girl, you know, Scully girlfriend, and you knew that was coming. I knew that shit was coming. I knew it was a whole setup. I knew something was gonna happen with Fatback anyway from the get go when they were planning this shit, because you know shit never goes right, But I mean, what else you thought was gonna happen when old girl got a hope that one of them anyway? It could have been Leon or Fatback. She knew he was there too, so I seen that shit coming. I knew it wasn't gonna be no slow process, but the way she did, I'm like, God damn, man, shit was just crazy, and he was just like ready. He was ready to take that shit for them, bruh. And I will feel it, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. I know they was out here doing. You already know the repercussions behind your actions when you out here about doing that life and doing those type of things. But damn it, I was feeling bad for Fatback, bro. I was. That shit had me hating Franklin. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was not feeling Franklin this episode. And I'm gonna be honest. I ain't been feeling Franklin really the last couple episodes, man. But that's the thing. The show doing this good. We ain't supposed to love this nigga. We supposed to feel all kind of indifferences, and it ain't supposed to be the same character that we have got from previous seasons. That's why I say this show is turning out so much better this season. To me, it's so much more realistic. We're getting like just so much more of what is going on with the city and what happens when he done brought these drugs in. And then you got everything that's going on with his uncle and Louis, and them going out there and dealing with the situation with her trying to bring these new people in from Arkansas's Little Rock. And you see how Jerome is in the last couple of episodes. You've seen how Jerome has just been like, man, I'm looking like even last season where you see after the whole cop situation, he got beat down and whatnot. He was trying to get up out of this shit, like he was about done. But even now, you see him, like he just like, man, look, we need to tell these people the truth. Like y'all either gonna get killed or they gonna be killers. Like he telling her, like old buddy asking him, like, what this shit like, Louis' homegirl husband, she asking him, like, what this rock about to bring? Like, what kind of ramifications is this shit gonna bring? Police, violence, whatnot? Because he said, like, we see all that shit that's going on in LA, all the violence and whatnot. And you see how Jerome is just sitting there like, man, damn. He's sitting there looking at Lord like, man, this shit, like, I'm not feeling this shit, bro. And you just see how everybody, that conscious shit, especially more with Jerome and Franklin's daddy and his mama, but with Louis and Franklin, you see how they just like, they going full-fledged all the way in. Now you can just kind of see, like, I'm seeing, like, man, you know this shit is not going to end well. You know it's not going to end well, man. You see this shit coming. But another thing I want to touch on before I got done with this review was Wanda, man. And just seeing how she's came out of her stages of rehab. And, man, you just seeing how them bringing the crack baby in and everything. Like, that's what I'm saying, what they doing with this show this season. They are just bringing that shit down. That shit was hard to watch. I'm telling you, bro. Hearing the baby crying and her going through that shit, I'm telling you, bro, that was a scene hard to watch. Not Wanda going through her trying to get herself together, but when they brought the baby in there, bro, I was almost couldn't watch the shit. But them just doing all of that and just showing you the impact of what this shit has done. And even going back to what Louis was saying when she talking to them and telling them, like, look, you cannot smoke this stuff. This shit, Jerome said, this is better than sex. Like, they telling them, like, this is addiction that I've never seen in my life. And it's for real. And you see how Mel, the way she, that's turned overnight like a zombie, bro. And you just seeing how all this stuff is happening, how all it leads back to Franklin. Like, it's just, to me, that's not going to end well, man. I'm telling you, man. But to me, the show is just more, it's so intense this season. It's so intense this season, man. It's so good this season. The writing is so good this season. And I think they are doing John Singleton honor, man. I'm telling you. They definitely doing John Singleton proud, man. I know he is smiling on this right now. Even though, I can't help it. I gotta say it. Even though y'all still stealing some shit from my man Freeway Ricky Ross and his life story, man. And I still feel like, and hope for Freeway Ricky Ross can still get his story out. Because like I said, I feel like a lot of this is getting more and more loosely based on everything that was really going on with his story. I feel like more and more it gets kind of loosely based on that. But still, with the whole CIA thing and them showing the president when Wanda was watching it on TV, like, still, you still got that whole thing right there. And that's what they was doing. That was, like, Freeway Ricky Ross is really out here, and that whole thing with Franklin basically playing off of his story is just like, man, come on, but man, this shit is good, so I can't stop watching it. It's a good show, man. But yeah, man, that was basically my review, in my opinion, on Snowfall Season 4, Episode 6, Say a Little Prayer. Let me know in the comment section how y'all feeling about Snowfall this season, Season 4, man. How are y'all feeling about this new season? And how y'all think everything is going to play out by the end of this season, man? I was telling you, I'm on the edge of my seat. I feel like it's just not going to be nothing good. Nothing good at all. But yeah, man, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We on the road to 100 subs, man. Shout out to everybody that's viewing my videos, man. And shout out to everybody that's subscribed, man. I mean, everybody that's subscribed. We out.
Girl is dead. So we're going to have to pay for it.
You won't surrender.
I thought you were smarter than letting your little feelings get in the way of what needs to be done.
This is your fault!